What's going on, guys? It's Dan here from Table Tennis Daily, and today we're taking a look at the craziest looking table tennis blade on the planet, the STIGA Cybershape. Now, there has been a lot of other wild shapes out there in the past, such as this. However, this thing takes it to a whole new level. Now, I'm sure you've all seen recently that Truls Moregard reached the final of the World Championships using this blade, an incredible achievement. Now, something that you don't know is the reason for this incredible performance is a week before the event, Truls had a new training partner, and that was me. So guys, I flew out to Sweden a few weeks back to find out what the Cybershape Blade actually plays like and find out what Truls really thinks about this blade. Before we get into it, here's a few quick stats of the blade. Due to the shape, the top half of this blade is actually wider than a traditional blade, which STIGA claims gives you a greater sweet spot. Now, the Cybershape uses 2 outer plies of wood and then the carbon layer. Now, in terms of the blade's weight, it's 88 grams, so similar to other blades we've tried in the past. Now, the blade also has this cool looking lens that changes colour from purple to blue depending on the angle you're looking at it. Here I joined Truls in Esloft Table Tennis Club to find out what this blade is all about. Let's go. Alright guys, so the first thing you'll definitely be wondering is what the Cybershape Blade feels like in the hand. Well, surprisingly, in terms of the weight and feel, you don't really notice any difference at all. It's well balanced. I was really expecting it to feel top heavy, but it feels like an average standard blade in terms of how it feels in the hand. I mean, Truls, he clearly doesn't have much of an issue with it. Oh. It's funny, on backhand you can really see it when you play backhand.
Yeah, I felt in the beginning, I was like, oh, what am I playing with? Cyber edge. I think it's really good looking as well, with the lens and everything.
So different, yeah?
Yeah, it is. But I feel like zero difference to play with it. For some people it looks very weird as well. Yeah. And I support that, of course. But I think it looks really good actually. Yeah. I also felt one big difference when I started to play with it was that I got even more power with it. Like just from the blade I felt. I had, I think, 2 practice before I played my first match with it. And then I started to play with it on Monday. And then I played Champions League on Friday with it.
So there wasn't much adjustment time then?
It was 0 adjustment time, really. I felt that the racket was so good, so I wanted to play with it directly.
Like, it's a quick blade, yeah?
Yeah, it is a very quick blade, but I feel that it's still, like, it's a lot of control in it still. Yeah. It's fast, but very good control. Okay, it's faster. It's also like a good feeling in it, gave me more strength to it as well.
Yeah, so when it comes to speed, like Truls said, it is a fast blade. However, definitely not as fast as a Legacy Carbon or something like a Bowl ALC. But it does have a bit more flex due to the 2 outer plies of wood before the carbon. So this really does help. Now, don't get me wrong, the Cybershape is still a pretty hard blade. It's just that there's more flex than other STIGA carbon blades in the past, like the Carbonado series. This means punch type shots and flat hits are still fantastic with this blade. However, you do get a bit more flex, which helps when making spin in your shots. Now, talking of punch shots, Truls has a ridiculous backhand punch. It's his trademark. Check it out here, he's showing me how he does it, which he can adjust to produce either topspin or backspin with, which is nuts. Yeah, this is the one. What the hell? What is this?
Nice. Very good. Lock the wrist a little bit because okay, when you want backspin, then you have to go a little bit more like this, I feel. But when you want it safe, lock the wrist and just go forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Very good. It's safe as well,
yeah.
I feel.
Now my favourite characteristic of this blade is its pure ease of use when blocking. It has a huge sweet spot. It's not so fast where it's hard to control either. It really is great here. And I mean, Truls is getting a lot of topspin on the ball. He's moving me around all over the place here, and I'm still able to hold the ball in with good control.
So safe! I tried everything.
So we've talked about open play so far and where the blade excels. However, it does lack a bit of control in the short game, especially when you want to do fine shots such as touches. This is because it is quite pingy and a responsive blade. You don't have massive amounts of feedback when you contact the ball, so some adjustments are needed when feeling the ball to keep the ball tight around the net.
I think it's also good for the, like if you're a little bit worse player and want to be better, like to actually see the difference on the different angles you have. Because I felt it when in backhand when I started to play that, okay, I could see a little bit more that, okay, this edge was like here, and normally maybe it's here, and then I miss.
Interesting.
You know, yeah, so I could see the different angles. And also in this one, if I go in more like this and I feel maybe the edge sometimes, then I feel like it's worse.
Yeah.
So if I go in like this, it's better.
Yeah, because you can see, especially on the backhand, you can see it, yeah.
Because I also felt like, okay, I go down, but I still see the racket a little bit, the edges. And when the edge was up here, okay, I missed, but when the edge maybe was a little bit more here, I could play it more on table.
Interesting.
Yeah.
After some time as well, you almost forget the shape when you're practicing and stuff.
Yeah, like, I just take it up like normal now. So when I was in Slovenia now, I just took it up and started playing with it. And then some people were looking so weird at me. It's like, why are you looking? Because I don't remember I played with this racket. So, oh yeah, okay. So I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot. I was playing like there, and I just saw many faces. I was like, oh, it's not because I'm good, you know. It's just because of the blade. As mentioned earlier, you can produce spin well with this blade, so when it comes to serves, there's enough flex to impart spin without needing too much racket acceleration. I even managed to keep Truls on his toes at times. In this area of the review, me and Truls are open up against backspin. Now the dwell is decent, it's not too stiff and direct, so you do have good feeling when you want to generate spin against backspin. Now with open up, we often talk about how much spin you can produce, but what I did like with the Cybershape in particular was how well you could play through backspin with pace. Nice one.
Ah, that's illegal. Oh no,
the edge.
The cyber edge.
The cyber edge. Future edge.
So first of all, I'd like to again congratulate Truls on a massive achievement reaching the final of the World Championships. An incredible performance, what a hero. Now the STIGA Cybershape Blade, so interesting, and for me actually the first time this dropped on the STIGA Instagram page, scrolling through, just saw it, I was like, whoa, what is that? And I was so skeptical at first. I thought it was going to be very head heavy, top heavy, and didn't think it would kind of work. But you know, when you first try it, literally it's like, oh, this is actually well balanced, you know, it feels like a standard normal blade and really not that much difference. So the big question then is, because this blade, it is well balanced, it's not too head heavy, it feels like a standard blade when you're playing, does the Cybershape actually enhance your performance? Now, one thing we do know is that this shape does give you a larger hitting surface area. It's wider. If you compare this to a standard blade, it is wider, the Cybershape, but only by a little bit. It's not massive amounts when you actually compare it side by side, but it does give you a total larger hitting surface area. So when you're playing your shots, you do feel that sweet spot, and it is large on this blade. It's a very large sweet spot. Is that caused by the width of the blade? It is hard to tell, I've got to say. Maybe it does help. So guys, let's see how this blade stacks up to other blades in the TTD ratings. So first up, we've given the Cybershape Blade an 8.5 for speed. It's an advanced quick blade, but as it has those two outer pliers of wood after the carbon layer, it's nothing crazy. Now next up we've got flexibility. It's quite a direct blade, which is why it's great for those punch shots, blocking and flat hit type shots, which is why we've scored it so highly in these departments. We've given it a 9.2 for blocking and 9.5 for smashing. It really is good here in the open rally. Now finally, for serve and receive, we've given the Cybershape a 7. As mentioned in the review, it does take a bit of adjustment time as it is quite pingy around the net, so short touches do need to have good feeling and precision when playing these shots. So there we go guys, there was the STIGA Cybershape Blade review. Now I've got to say I've absolutely loved reviewing this blade. It's super unique, really different and just been so interesting to test and try out. So do let me know in the comments below if you've tried the Cybershape Blade and what you think of it. Love to get back to you in the comments guys, and let me know what other blades and rubbers you'd like to see me review in the future. This blade really has caused shockwaves around the table tennis world. A lot of hype, a lot of people talking about it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.